I am here with Cara. Cara, how are you? I was looking forward to speak with you today.
Yeah, I'm excited about this.
So tell me, Cara, how do you do when you're feeling blah, how do you do to shift to hora? How do you change your energy?
Well, as you know, I have chronic pain. And so, a lot of people think of that as tragic, and I don't, at least not anymore. And when I'm feeling down or like there's something that I can't put my finger on, one of the first things that I do is I pay attention to what is that feeling. And I actually have a list of like things that I keep that I know contribute to my well-being. And if like I'm not feeling right or blah, like you said, I go through that list and I kind of go, okay, are there things that are like really essential that I've been neglecting? For me, if my space is organized, I immediately feel better. So if I'm noticing that my space is chaotic, okay, that's number one, got to do that. So I go through that, the kind of the physical nuts and bolts of it. And then the other thing is, especially when you're dealing with pain all the time, how you think about things is huge. Sometimes I need space to, focus on myself, to recenter. But having a sense of humor is essential to dealing with any kind of a challenge, I think. And, I enjoy getting together with other people with chronic pain because, you could call it a kind of a gallows humor, but to be able to say to somebody else, oh yeah, I went to, open my door and my wrist dislocated, and it's funny. It's like, no, it's not tragic. It's just like, can you believe how ridiculous this is? And to laugh about it, because laughing automatically starts to shift you into, a different energy, a different space. And how the messages that you tell yourself about your life, about what's possible for you, about your physical experience. If you're feeling trapped, if you have chronic pain and you're feeling trapped and you're like, oh God, I'm never going to get out of this, and you keep circling around, why me, that's so toxic. And if you shift into like, okay, this is just a fact of life. This is my life right now. Okay. Now, what are the things that excite me? What pulls me forward? How do I do those things? The pain is a fact of my life. Okay. So what do I need to do the things that I really want? And if that means using adaptive equipment, yay, do it. If that means, getting help, do it. But finding that something that excites you, that you like lights you up, do that and find ways to fulfill that. Does that kind of answer your question? Make sense?
So, and I think it's so amazing what you're saying and you're sharing, because I believe it's going to help a lot of people that probably resonate with the pain, in the body. As coaches, we know that suffering is in the mind, right? The pain is inevitable when it's in the body. And you living with chronic pain and able to shift, accepting and then looking forward to do something is really amazing. It's really tapping out of the, this way of, of feeling victimized by the pain, so you become, it's almost like pain is a monster, and then, okay, you defeat me, right? So you are so courageous, Cara, to just look at the pain and even look at the sense of humor. Like, okay, how can this be fun, and make jokes about it. So that's, I think, is very inspiring for somebody that needs it, to shift to acceptance and then look forward to do something. And I love when you said, like, I even look at my place and it has to be organized so I feel better. Yeah, because we know that mess in the house can be mess in the mind too, right? So you take that approach.
Yeah, well, the way my mind works is my mind makes all kinds of, somebody could call it chaotic, and I need to have like that organized space so that that creative stuff can happen. Otherwise, if both are chaotic, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
And the other thing I wanted to mention is gratitude is also essential. Yes, you're dealing with this thing that's not fun. You know, you might not, you maybe prefer to be able to take a pill and get rid of it. But look at all the amazing things that are happening around you. If you have one person that cares about you, if you have a home, if you have warmth in the winter when it's cold outside, hopefully, you know, I know a lot of you people live in warm places, but you know, here in Vermont, it's cold. So if you have that, if you have food, that's incredible. That's something to be incredibly grateful for. Focus on those things.
Because the energy of gratitude, of being grateful is so powerful, isn't it? Do
Yes.
you feel like when you are being grateful and you're really yummy in that gratitude inside, do you feel better? Do you
Yes.
see results?
Yes. Yeah. Because it's then focusing on the positives instead of perceived negatives.
Right.
That raises your energy up, and it shifts you into a really different mind space.
Wow, Cara, this is impressive. I'm so proud of you, of your accomplishments. Also, I know that you shared with me that you're going to be invited for a conference with the Murphans Foundation. Can you share a little bit about that too?
Yeah, so I have a connective tissue disorder called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And the Marfan's Foundation, I believe, is the one putting it on. Marfan syndrome is another connective tissue disorder. They have a symposium happening in September in Manchester, New Hampshire, and I've been asked to present at it. The connection that I've made is that helping people to understand where their power is when you're dealing with chronic illness, chronic pain, even genetic disorders that cause severe chronic pain. There are places that you have power, and they're very real and measurable.
Yeah.
So
one of the things that people have to really understand is that they don't need to be suffering alone, that there's support out there, right? Even in the internet, there are several groups of support, right, that helps with illness and stuff.
There's tons of groups. I mean, the internet, Facebook is amazing for people with chronic pain, because it's no matter where you are and or when you are, there's always somebody there. Yeah, and you know, the whole thing about suffering is, to me, pain is in your body. It exists. You know, whether you have chronic pain or not, you know, we all have pain at times. Suffering, you know, people always ask me, oh, do you suffer from Ehlers-Danlos syndrome? And I say, well, I have it, but I don't really suffer from it anymore, because suffering is in your mind. It's how you think about things. It's struggling with, oh God, why? You know, and it's a choice. You can choose to not suffer from it. It takes some work, and you need to be working with the right person, but it's possible.
You're amazing, Cara. Thank you so much for sharing this information. So now, to close the video, I'd like you to share with us your favorite quote.
Well, we talked about pain is inevitable, suffering is optional, which is one of my favorites. Another is, a purpose can be found in everything that happens. That doesn't mean, you know, there's a reason that you're suffering, or there's a reason that you have pain. But what it does mean is that you can find purpose in it. You can take that knowledge and that experience to find and create a purpose that is invaluable.
That's Awesome. I really enjoy talking with you, and I'm sure that people who are watching this video and can resonate with the information, or even sometimes if somebody's listening to this information, they may know somebody that needs it, right? So please share this information with whoever needs it. And we are here for you. Cara is, you know, doing coaching for people who are, she calls it, I love how she calls it, chronically ill badasses. It
Yep.
says it all. Cara, you are amazing. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you. Namaste.